Hi, I'm Walter, and this afternoon we're going to finish up our banjo. This is where we left off the other day. So today we're going to finish it up. I did tack on the tack head. The goat skin came out very, very nicely. At the last minute, I had planned on staining it, but the last minute I decided I wanted a color. So we went ahead and painted it orange. I had some spray paint left over. Aside from that, the tuner heads were not in when you saw it last. Here are the tuner heads, they're in. The silver dollar is in there also. That was put in with epoxy. The tuner heads, the holes were drilled before, now they've just been put in from the back. There's two little screws holding each one. The number 5th string, we just drill a hole, first hole, so it's centered properly, and then the hole, the size, the correct size for the head. This tiny hole here, they use a railroad spike for on a lot of banjos. I've never cared for that. This was a shelf holder thing. You know, when you buy shelves that you have to assemble yourself, there's little holes, and you push these in, and this is what holds the shelf down. There's like 4 of them per shelf, or 6, whatever. So I put that in there, take a hacksaw, and cut a notch in that, right there. Hear that? It's my nail. All right, the other thing we did, and there's a short clip of that, you'll see it here. This is the bone that we put in here. I didn't make any particular measurement, I just kind of eyeballed it. And one of the other things I did with this, instead of cutting the grooves straight for the number 1, 2, 3, and 4 strings, I ran them at an angle. If you see that, this is the number 1 string, the tuners, off this way. So the string comes up and then it would have to make a sharp bend here. So what I angled it so it comes through and the bend is on both sides, just a little off. And this one, the same one goes to here, number 3 goes here, number 4, a little angle in the bone. I haven't seen on most banjos, but who cares? Now, the critical parts are coming up here. This is the tailpiece. It's made out of plywood. And I have found that plywood works better than most other woods. I've had one actually come apart, and I'll show you that right now. This was one of my favorites. It was the second one I had, banjo I made. And look at the tailpiece. The end blew right out. It just took the whole back of the pot out with it. That's how much load there is on that tailpiece. You realize that you have 5 strings here with tension on them, but you have 1 tailpiece in the back with 5 times as much of a load on it. So the tailpiece is very, very critical. And you're going to see 2 old-time banjo pictures, and you'll notice some similarities between what we're doing and one that actually has, I guess you could say, no tailpiece at all. Anyway, that's where we're at. So we're about to put the strings in. We're going to restring it right now. And what we're going to do is use fishing line. So we're going to use 80-pound test on the number 4 string. We're going to use 50-pound test on the number 3 string. 40-pound test, I have to read these, 40-pound test on the number 2 and 30-pound test on the number 1 and the number 5 string. And it's a little heavier line than I've been using. Got our strings on, we're in good shape there. And here you can get a good look at it. They're not real tight yet. They're we've got our own bridge in here, homemade bridge, homemade tailpiece. The bone we got from Amazon, the regular tuners. I painted it orange. I really like the orange. There is one downside, and to the having the strings made out of fishing nylon fishing line, stuff stretches quite a bit. So when you get it all tuned up to where you like it, you put it away, pick it up 3 hours later, you're going to have to stretch it some more. You're going to have to keep on stretching it. It takes a while. Then when it settles in, it settles in. You can help yourself a lot by just turning that bridge down and leaving it flat. That'll take some of the load off it and it won't stretch so much while it's there. I'm happy with it. We're gonna run some tests with bridges that are purchased. I'm not changing the tailpiece under any set of circumstances. And I probably will take these 3 tacks here. I hope you can see them. They're not straight. I'm going to take those out. I've had that up with a prior banjo. It helps hold down the goatskin drum, but once the drum dries, you can pull these right out and it doesn't move because it's not glued to there, but for some reason it is tacked on both sides and it's nice and tight. This piece of goatskin is unbelievably good. This almost looks like a trademarked something on there. I don't know what that goat was doing, but thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, click the like button. If you think you'd enjoy more of these, we'll do them. Click the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell. The bell is bing bing. That way you will get notified when there is a new video up. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day.